What's good, y'all? So, when it comes to health, right now I'm fixated on overcoming sugar addiction. I've done it once before, but for this experiment, I re-gave myself the addiction just so I can go through it with y'all and I can hopefully point out some things that y'all wouldn't even attribute to being the sugar addiction. And in this video, I just want, of course, some tips and tricks, but I also just wanted to give you a few little snacks. You know, they may be perfect, they may not be. I don't know. I'm not perfect with this type of stuff either. But it's here to give you the steps to get away from the snack foods that you've been eating, the cookies, the chips, the candies, you know, all that type of stuff. If you were 20-something plus year old eating candy, you need to stop. Like, that's the true addiction. You shouldn't be eating straight up sugar anymore. It doesn't make your body feel good. What does it do? It gives you a sugar high and gives you cavities. If that sugar can break down the hardest thing in your body, aka your bones, literally your bones and the bones in your mouth, your teeth, you know, by stripping and sapping them away of proper nutrition, why would you continue to eat it? You know, that's a good way, that's a good place to start. You know, the sugar addiction is so strong in some people, where they say, oh man, I can't go without my Snickers. Yo, I can't go without my Reese's Cups. I can't go without my blah, 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 blah. And it's like, why? Because I can't. You can't or you don't want to. You know, that's one of the things I'd rather hear you just be like open about your ignorance and just say, I don't want to make that change. Because guess what? That's the addiction talking. Hey, this is a poison. Stop drinking this poison. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I just told you are drinking poison and you don't want to stop drinking it. That means you can't. I know it's almost going backwards. That means you can't, though. It's full circle. You can't stop because you're addicted to it and you're justifying it, trying to use some type of sense of pride. Well, I just like it. It makes me feel good, and more power to you. I'm not saying you can't return to things when you get to a different spiritual level and these things don't affect your body as much. That's actually what I'm working towards one of these days and one of these own ways in my own little weird way. But that's the food addiction. That's the sugar addiction, especially. Okay, so before I start ranting, let me just go ahead and get into some of these snacks that I got. You know, so we're gonna start off with the unsweetened banana chips. If you need your chips, if you're trying to get away from the Lay's, if you're trying to get away from the Doritos, the kettle chips, you know, they're all baked, or not baked, but saturated in oil. You know, your body doesn't know how to digest that and the chip because you think you're digesting the chip. Your body is very smart and it's very dumb. The first thing that it runs into contact with is the oil that coats those chips. So when it's breaking down those oils, it's like, yo, what's this potato thing in here? Hey, y'all get an order for potatoes? We got one for oil. Now we got to work on this at the same time. You're taxing your stomach. You're taxing yourself. So that's what you're doing when you're eating these fried chips. You know, and also the fried foods, the fried breads, like the fried chickens. You know what I'm saying? The fried, even like with me, I have my guilty pleasure is falafel. Even though it's nothing but chickpeas, it's fried. So the oil with the batter forms another addictive substance, and then the bread itself is another form of sugar. You have to remember that. That's why our breads, like especially for black people, it's like the breads that we ate were like, you know, sprouted grains and like they were just different. I haven't gone too deep into it, but they were just different. And when you eat breads that are made of this material, you're like, oh, I kind of noticed the difference. You know, this is what I'm trying to do to you. Get you away from those foods to let you know that it is possible. You can do it. Just find some substitutes in the middle. Okay. The second one I got was some pineapple pieces. This is my candy right here. This is my candy. Because if you look at the ingredients, it has total sugars, 30 grams of sugar per serving. Okay? But it's a pineapple. Pineapples have a lot of complete organic fruit sugars in them. And then the label here even says, you know, organic, whatever that means these days. You know, once again, you can only do as good as we can do until you can grow your own food, until you can pick these things off like yourself. We got to make do. We got to make the right choices right now. We need to prime ourselves to be able to make the right dietary choices right now with what we have. So pineapple pieces, these are my candy. These are my Welch's fruit snacks. These are my gummy bears. You know, these are my the Gushers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they're sweet. And when this dehydrated form, it's like they almost give you that little bit of resistance when you're chewing. So it almost feels like a Laffy Taffy or something like that. You know, it feels like the chewiness when you like chew a bunch of Skittles together and it turns into that sugar slush in your mouth. It's like that's what this is. But I'm getting some nutrition. I'm eating a pineapple versus some colorful candy, some colorful sugars. You know, none of the Fruit Loops taste different, by the way. The colors don't mean nothing. Hopefully I didn't ruin some of y'all's childhood. All right. But then lastly, walnuts. Raw walnuts. You know, walnuts are a very good source of selenium, and selenium I do think have some type of impact on your overall behavior. You know, once again, a lot of you are depressed right now. A lot of you are, lethargic. A lot of you feel lazy. A lot of you feel like you have no drive. It's because you're not nourishing yourself. You're not nourishing yourself to the point that your body wants to move. You're in a constant state of ups and downs of energy because you're just constantly supplementing your body with sugar. You get your little high. Like sugar is the equivalent of cocaine. You get that little high, and then you have to re-up after a while because you're going to have a crash. It's the same thing. It's just with cocaine, you can OD in one night. Sugar is just going to make you OD, quote, quote, over the next 50 years. And you're going to wonder why you have arthritis, carpal tunnel. You're going to wonder why your knees ache and all that type of stuff. You're going to wonder why your thoughts are so cloudy. You're going to wonder why you're so horny all the time. Men and women. Because it's keeping you, that sugar is a chemical that keeps you in your primal self. That's why I talked about before when like a lot of the foods that you get, a lot of the food industries, a lot of the food companies, grocery stores, gas stations, they use a lot of reds, oranges, and yellows in their color schemes. That's because they're selling sugary addictive foods and they've made that link in your brains. That's what advertisement is. That's what marketing is. All that is telling you what you didn't even want 10 seconds ago, but now you want it. We're controlling your mind. That's all marketing is. And that's something else I do want to talk about. Like marketing should be used to better people instead of like just sell a product. But anyway, that's just where I'm at with it. One quick side note that I can think of is like when it comes to these dehydrated fruits, make sure that you pay attention to two things. Number one, are there sulfides in it? Like sulfides or sulfates, one of them. Because those have a negative impact on the body. And I implore you to go do your own research because I'm just going off of old information that I've just been running on autopilot with. So a lot of this stuff is still old to me. But it's just like I get the general concept. I get the essence of it. So yeah, sulfides and sulfates. There was something else. Oh yeah, the added sugars. Even if you don't go out and get these exact snacks, when you get your snacks now, pay attention to the sugar. Okay? Some of these, like when it comes to regular, fruits and stuff, yes, there's going to be sugar in them. But when you're going to the store and you're getting like crackers or you're getting like the vegan cookies that you think are okay, that still have chocolate chips. Well, what goes into chocolate chips? Sugars, milks, that type of stuff, right? Pay attention to what it is that you're grabbing. Everything that you buy, don't just throw it in your basket. Look at it. Look at the ingredients. Look at the nutritional facts. Yes, sometimes they be lying and they know how to word some stuff on the other stuff. But like, look at the ingredients on this. On my pineapple pieces, my ingredients, the list of ingredients. Organic dried pineapple. That's it. Dick Gregory said it, and I'm not sure if I quoted him already with this one, but whatever. I can't quote him enough. But he said, I went to the store, and I forgot what he said, but we're just going to use our example. I went to the store for pineapple pieces. And then I left with, xanthium gum or whatever it's called. Phosphodiemethyl 1,2-ditrimethyl. You know what I'm saying? It's like I came here for pineapples. Why do I have all these extra ingredients in my food? You don't even know what they are. So why would you put that in your body? That thought can go to extend to so many things I'm not going to in this video. But y'all heard the example, never take candy from a stranger, all that type of stuff. Well, now we got them slipping stuff into your drink like you a girl at a frat house. And like, that's what's going on. I'm not trying to make a joke of it, but that was my reality for 4 years. Remember that. That's why I'm not joking about that. That was serious. That bothers me. They slipping stuff into your food all the time, but you're just being a consumer, a good old consumer that they taught you to be, and you just grab it. I trust the food industry. I trust the Food and Drug Association. Why are those together? Why are food and drugs in the same breath? Unless they've linked them. And we've been so disconnected from what we should be putting in our bodies that, it is what it is. Some people say I shouldn't be eating pineapples, but once again, it's better than what I was eating. It's better than all the fried foods. It's better than all the sugary treats. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have a bakery right now, I implore you to learn how to make organic, healthy foods for your people. Because when you pour all that sugar, that's the love going in. That's the addiction going in that you yourself are now privy to. Some of your recipes are about to change. Some of your great aunties' recipes for pie are about to change because y'all gonna start changing up your ingredients. You can make full pies without using sugar, without using that bleached, enriched flour. You can make it. You can do these. Especially, once again, I've been on a black tear because I've been seeing my black people look differently. I know this is for everyone, but my black people, you're creating the food for our village, for our peoples. Change it up. There's too much research about what food does to the human body, to the God body. There's too much research on what sugar does. There's too much research on the effects of malnutrition on the adult and child developing body. You cannot eat all of the cravings that you want as a pregnant woman because the baby is eating that. If you are pumping toxins into your system, the baby is getting those toxins too. That's why your babies come out with quote, quote, mentally retarded or slow or this and that. Don't get me wrong, that could also be them misdiagnosing our children. But there's also that part where your diet does that. Why do you think when people drink alcohol, your babies are more likely to be born with some type of condition or, whatever, because the baby was getting drunk with you. That's why, quick sidebar, y'all know how my brain goes. That's why it's important to monitor what's going in your body. Some of y'all, y'all doing these types of things, bringing these energies in, and some of y'all women are so disconnected from your bodies, you don't even know when you're pregnant. You don't even know, so you're continuously living your young person life, eating and drinking and doing what you're doing, not knowing that you now have somebody else living inside of you that's living everything you're living. We always say protect the children, don't let them see this, cover their eyes with this and that. What happens with that thing that is literally connected to everything that you're doing? That's why you need to be connected with yourself. And the best way to do that is to get as many chemicals out of your bodies as possible. Men, your member don't work. You need like a special blue pill to get it up. Stop eating this sugar. Stop eating all these chemicals. Your body is working too hard. Your body is sending resources to all these different places that are under attack. And then when you try to get down and dirty, but all right, girl, I got. Hey yo, give me 5 minutes though. Give me 5 minutes though. Like I'm good for it. They'll give me 5 minutes. And you both y'all sitting there like, You see what I'm saying? You're talking all that shit, but when it came time to do what you had to do, your dietary choices, your mental choices of what you choose to consume have been, damn, it got cloudy. Have been impacting your body. That's what's been going on. That's why some of y'all can't perform the way y'all want to. It all starts with nutrition. What you put into your body, what you put into your mind, what you put into your soul. I'm not trying to be dramatic. It just is what it is. That's why I am the way I am. I'm just here to give you my pointers. To the next one.